In this video, we are going to create a floating table of contents just like this one. If you have ever come by my website, you will see here is a table of content option that I have created. This is created via Elementor plugin, which uses ID and anchor. Whenever I click on something, let me click on this. It will automatically take me to this section. But if I don't use this one, I have this table of content which is actually floating. If I click on this, it will show up, and let's suppose this me VR, I want to access this. I will click on this, it will automatically take me to this one. Let's suppose I want to see the pros and cons section, it will automatically take me. And let's go to this one, I will click on this and it will take to this section. And I can also minimize it, and whenever I click on this, it will again show up. So this is created via Elementor and a plugin called Essential Add-ons for Elementor. So this is the Elementor plugin, which is actually a page builder plugin. You can see the ratings. Majority of WordPress users actually use this to build their pages, and this is the extra plugin that we will need, Essential Add-ons for Elementor. You can also see the ratings for this. This is actually kind of, you can say, 5 stars. So this plugin will give us the functionality to add the floating table of contents in our Elementor pages. If you don't use Elementor to build your pages or posts, it's fine actually. You can just create a prototype page that doesn't need to be ranked or indexed in Google. You just have to enable that. You don't actually have to use them on your posts. After installing both of the plugins, you have to open a post where you have any headings, so that it helps you out understanding the table of contents. At the bottom corner, you have to click on settings, and then it will be visible to you, table of contents provided by Essential Add-ons. You have to enable this. You can create this if you want the table of contents to be visible to all of your posts. If you don't click this, it will be just visible to specifically this post only, so the other post won't be having the table of contents. So I'll click on this and I will choose all posts, so only the blog post or articles will be having this table of content. You can also name this as you want, table of contents or something. And here's the most important part, that which of the headings you want. So I'll be cutting off the H5, H6, and this is it, I guess. So you can play with these settings. I will prefer keeping the Z index to as high as you can, and you can play with this. In the exclude section, you can add selectors. I hope you are aware of CSS selectors. So after you have done all the settings, you can see the table of contents is at our left side. By clicking on this I button, you can preview the changes you have done, and it will open the blog in another page. So let me just switch it from left side to right side. For that, I will click on Style tab and click on the position to right. Now I will open this in a new tab, the preview version of it, and as soon as I scroll, you can see the table of contents is visible to you. Now I guess for me the width is a bit higher, so I'll decrease the width to at least, I guess this is fine. I click on preview changes again. It will load up the page, and let's see. Yeah, I guess this is fine, or we could have made it more wide. This is fine for me. And you can also choose numbers or bullet, anything before this heading. You can choose either bullet or number for this tag before this heading tag, and you can also resize those bullets. You can also, from here, you can add box shadow to this TOC. Let me add something. I'll keep the spread like this and blur. Let me change the color. Okay. From here you can also add border, but I will prefer not to add them. I prefer adding a border radius. I will now change the color. For this, I guess this color is looking fine. Text color is this. I will keep this by default. for the heading. For the heading, the text color is white. Now I will copy this color again so that I can use in body. Text color will be this one. The background color, I will choose this and this one, I guess. I hope it is looking fine. You can also change the typography of each of them, but for me they are looking good. And let me do another thing. Let me just increase this a bit. 300 is fine. I will click on preview changes. So let me see how the outcome becomes. I've also added a box shadow. Let's see how it looks. It takes a bit of time to load Elementor page builder. I don't actually recommend that, but it's a great page builder, I must say. I have to change this hover over color. So I have to come to the body and click on, I will copy this color again and click on hover. Then choose a darker color. You can also change this active one like this. If you are aware of Elementor, you can play with it. There are many settings that you can choose. Whenever you hover on something, this color will be visible a little bit darker than purple. By clicking on each of them, we can just reach there. Whenever you are clicking on a subheading, it will redirect you to them. I hope this tutorial was helpful to you. This was it for this video. See you in the next one.